Hi, everybody. My name is Angie Schmidt, and I am from St. Louis, Missouri. And I have been working very, very closely with one of my amazingly awesome team leaders, Jamie Blankenship, to put this entire freezer meal program together, at least as a template for everybody to take it in and get started. And everybody's going to certainly have their own personal tweaks that they're going to put with it. Their own personality is going to come through, your own recipes, but this is going to give you a good starting point. So with the managers, I have actually shared the first 10 recipes that we are going to be doing with this freezer meal class. And also earlier this week, Jamie and I actually prepared all 10 of these meals, and a couple have been eaten already. So very good stuff. Highly, highly recommend. So it's completely up to you if you want to do a test run on this. So hopefully I don't ramble too much on this training, and I'm going to try to keep it really short, really sweet, and the basics. I'm not going to talk a lot about the specific menus because those are recipes that anybody can come up with it, and you can tweak them with our amazing product. I will tell you that we are gearing this entire freezer meal class around the Dine Around the World bundle. It's a $99 bundle. So I'm also going to share with you some different ways that people can get it for free, get it for half price, all kinds of fun stuff to go along with that. So let's get started. I want to say first and foremost, this is not replacing your chocolate parties, okay? This is an additional service that you can actually put together to just offer something else fun. You know, if you do a truffle making class, if you do a martini tasting, this is just something else that's fun. So I know there's a lot of other companies out there that do freezer meal classes. So we wanted to make sure that we were very competitive with those already going on. I'm not going to name the other companies, but most of you know who they would be. So we wanted to make sure that our pricing was comparative, and the edge that we have over a lot of those other companies is we're not using spices or seasonings. We are using amazing, unique, exclusive chocolate-based Dove chocolate products. They're not going to get those anywhere else. So that is one of the marketing edges that we have on this this particular class. So I also wanted to make sure that that you're marketing this in a way that it's bringing. Sorry, my computer's beeping. Marketing this in a way that you're bringing your friends together. Bringing your friends together to prepare meals that you can share with your family. The big promotion right now is school's getting ready to start. Things are going to be getting crazy. Kids that are playing sports, fall sports, all of that's going to be getting ready to start. So promoting this over the course of the next 2 to 3 weeks, getting those meals in the freezer so that they are done completely ahead of time so that there's no stress and nothing to worry about. So taking the ease and the ease of meal planning, boom, done. Okay, so that's one great marketing tool. The other great marketing tool is, again, bringing your friends together, glass of wine, just a fun evening, some music, friendship, and putting your freezer meals together. Another way to market it is once you've put these meals together with your friends, what a better thing to do but then to bring your families together and sit down and actually eat the meals together. So many times now we are so busy. We're getting meals at the drive-through, not feeling like cooking, going out to dinner at the last minute. Well, for those of you who have families of 3, 4, 5, 6, you know that driving through McDonald's or any other fast food restaurant can cost around $30 for a family of 5 or 6. And if you go to a sit-down, not even an expensive sit-down meal, but just a sit-down meal. Let's just use an Applebee's, for example. You know, that's going to be a good $30, $40, $50. So what we are promoting with these meals is you can serve a family of 4 to 6, okay? And I'll explain that in just a second, for on average of $3.50 per serving. So it's going to be between $18 and $20 on average per meal for something that's healthy, nutritional, and the whole concept of bringing your family and friends back together, okay, to sit down and eat. Okay, so let's talk about the 4 to 6 servings. Most of the menu items that we're doing in the first 10 classes will easily feed a family of 4 to 6. A tip that I got from Chef Shane, using his terminology, your center stage of your meal should be no bigger than the size of your hand. So your portion sizes are going to be a normal portion size. If you have someone in your family, let's say a growing teenage boy, who's going to eat like 3 times what everybody else is, you have to take that into consideration when you're prepping these meals. So when we're saying $18 to $20 per meal to feed a family of 4 to 6, we're using basic normal size proportions. Okay, so I just wanted to throw that out there as well. And again, these are not replacing chocolate parties. This is just another service that you can easily provide for your guests and your customers. Now, where do you start? Okay, so you've got how you're going to market it. There's plenty of pictures out there on Facebook. You're welcome to friend me on Facebook. Copy my post. Again, just start marketing it. Don't be afraid to jump in and just get your feet wet with it, okay? Schedule one at your house. Invite people over so you can do a smaller test run. The best way and the most marketable and profitable way to promote this is to ask a host. Think about a host that has an amazing kitchen, one of those big islands that we all dream about. That is a perfect place to put one of these freezer meals together. If you have a local church or school that might allow you to use their kitchen facility, that's another concept that you could consider as bringing people there, because you've got all the prep things already ready to go. So again, this is just a baseline. You guys can take this and run with it however you want, okay? So ask a host to get 10 of her friends together. So it's going to be 10 guests plus the host, okay? Those $99 bundles times 10 is $990. Now, I don't know about y'all, but when I go to conference, I like to have that $1,000 ribbon on my ribbons of recognition. So I would buy something to get that over to $1,000 party, okay? So with that in mind, you get $200 in host credit. So your host, for inviting 10 of their friends to get together, would then actually get their bundle for free, because you're going to order that host bundle through your host credit, okay? So they're only going to have to buy their groceries. Now, if 10 people are too many, maybe it's going to be 5 of the bundles, and it's only going to be a $500 party. Well, then maybe your host gets hers for half price, okay? Or maybe it's 10 people, and they're going to go together and split the bundles and only do half of the meals. There are all sorts of ways that you can run the numbers with this. Again, this is just a great baseline in order for you to get started. Okay, so however you want to market it, however many people, whatever recipes you want to come up with. Okay, this is just giving you something that's got a little bit of the bugs and spider webs kicked out of it, so you guys can roll. Okay, as far as the grocery shopping, we actually made a grocery list for the first 10 menu items. Okay, Jamie and I actually went together and went grocery shopping on Tuesday, and we were about $30 over budget of where we thought we would be. Now, however, we went to a very middle of the road grocery store, not a high end and not a very like an Aldi's. We're in the Midwest, so we have lots of Aldi's or Save-A-Lots or Shop and Saves. I'm not sure what everybody has across the country, but we went to a local store here in St. Louis, and I think it would probably be similar to like a Publix down south. Just because I'm kind of familiar with those grocery stores. So very middle of the road to get an idea of what all the groceries would cost for this meal plan. And it was $116. Now, we had some things on sale, some things not, but we tried to do some very smart shopping. I am very, very confident that you could put all 10 of these meals together on a grocery budget of between $70 and $80. Okay, with some very smart shopping. A lot of people coupon. Here's the other thing. If you have a Sam's or a Costco membership, get your guests to go together and pick up their meat at Sam's or Costco. Amazing meat. Plus, they're getting it at a discount, and you can't go wrong because it is quality meat. So again, there's all kinds of ways to save the money, but our grocery bill was $116.32, but everything that I picked up and put in my cart, I knew I could go to our local Aldi's and get it for much less expensive, but we wanted to do a test run for a very middle of the road, okay? So once you get a person that's going to participate, okay, you're going to order all those bundles ahead of time, have them shipped to you or have them shipped to your host. You're going to provide them with a menu. You're going to provide them with a grocery list. And the night of the class, they're going to actually bring all of their groceries to this person's house, okay? Now, let's also talk about some other things that you can offer, because remember, we have a $1,000 party and we're only giving the host her bundle for free. So with 10 people, you still have $100 in credit. So why not put a baking mix divided up and send everybody home with something that they could go home and bake a dessert? Okay, so there's some ideas on what to do with your half price items or your other $100 in host credit. Also, you have a customer spend every single month. So this month, it's the barbecue sauce. So guess what? They're going to spend $60 this month in August, and they're going to get another barbecue sauce absolutely free. So that's just another bonus to go along, and you can give them some additional recipes on things that they can do with that actual barbecue sauce. Okay, so not just the $99 bundle, but so much more that's going to go with it. And I will also just toss in a tidbit right now that we actually had 3 or 4 of the sauces. We had an entire container of cocoa rub left, and 2 or 3 of the sauces we actually had a quarter to a half a jar of those sauces left, even with all of the 10 of the recipes. And every recipe used a sauce of some sort. So just wanted to throw that out there as well. So everybody's going to come together that night. They're going to bring their groceries. You're going to have your bundles. Now, things that you could provide for them, again, totally optional. Okay. If you are selling the chocolate and earning a 40% commission, which means you are at $3,200 in sales or more a month, I'm a firm believer if they're going to give us the money, don't leave it on the table. That's going to be $400 profit that you are going to make off of that one tasting. Now, again, you can run your business exactly how you want to run it because that's the luxury of what we do. It's your business. But I am not going to feel bad or hesitate to provide the freezer Ziploc bags or maybe the aluminum containers. And when I say aluminum containers, hold on one second. I have one right here. I just went to one of our local restaurant supply places and they have the half pans. Okay, you can see how deep it is. And this, they also have a shallower one. Okay, and they come with lids. Okay, these ended up being about 40 cents a piece, literally. Some of the recipes use one. Some of the recipes, they can break them down into 2. The ZD pasta bake for sure. For a family that's smaller, you can get 2 meals out of that, and that one meal is going to be enough for 2, like with leftovers. So things like that you could supply. If you want to get some inexpensive knives, inexpensive cutting boards, have everybody bring their own. Again, the semantics of how the night's going to go and the basics of the actual groceries and stuff, those are all things that are going to change depending on the menu. But gloves, sanitary gloves. I got a box of 100 vinyl gloves without powder for $3.50 at that same restaurant supply place here in St. Louis. So things like that would help keep the cost down for the customer, but aren't going to cost you that much, are definitely some avenues that you can pursue on your own or budget into how you're running these freezer classes. Okay. Just looking to make sure I'm not missing anything here. So I've had lots of conversations with some of the other managers as well, and there's been some great ideas that have come in to just the overall concept of how these are being done. My good friend Joanne Hilsheim out of Minnesota, the intelligent businesswoman that she is, suggested taking an actual sample of a meal with you. These people that are coming to these freezer meal classes are putting 100% faith in you that this is going to be awesome. Okay, they're investing $100 in the bundle. They're investing, close to $100 for the food. They want to make sure that it's going to be good, so they're trusting you. So maybe pick one of the recipes and take it that night for them to sample. Take a dessert for them to sample. Again, you could start upselling for the dessert bundles or the sensational side dishes. There's all sorts of options here. And so when you're actually at the class, please do not just go, here's your recipes, here's your groceries, have fun. Engage with them, interact with them. That is one thing I've heard, that people that have done other freezer meal classes, the consultant that's there really doesn't do much. You want to engage. You want to be one of them. Help them. Be there with them. Make sure that you're engaging, upselling, offering suggestions, offering serving side suggestions. Okay? Make sure that you're doing booking bids. Not just for another freezer meal class, but just to get their friends together for just a good old chocolate tasting experience, okay? Make sure you're talking about the opportunity. All of that can be fed into the actual freezer meal class because you are there. You have a captive audience. They've got gloves on their hands. They can't run out the door. So make sure that you are taking that hour and a half to 2 hours that you're going to be there with them in the kitchen prepping their meals for their families, that you are making the best use of that time. So a sample dish, possibly a sample dessert, okay? If you want to serve a drink, go right ahead. Remember the amount of commission that you're making off of this one particular event, okay? You know, upselling, recruiting, booking bids, do not miss out on those opportunities. I definitely want to make sure that I'm covering everything here. Let me check my notes really quick. Something else that someone had suggested when we were chatting amongst the managers was that this could be a great fundraiser, okay? Or it could be a great community project as well. You could actually get people together. Let's just say someone's about ready to have a baby, or if someone has an illness in their family that's like keeping them away from home, but they would love nothing more than a home cooked meal. Or, gosh forbid, if somebody's had somebody pass away in their family. This would be something good to get people together, have them make 5 meals and take them home for them, and have them make 5 meals a piece that they could send over to the family that would need them. So again, a fundraiser or a great community project just to get together and help someone who could really just use some meals in their freezer right now. So again, this is simply just a baseline. Okay, the managers, your manager, whoever's sharing this videotape with you right now, will definitely provide you the 10 recipes that we're using to get started, along with the grocery checklist. And be creative from there between our DCD recipe website and Pinterest. Oh my gosh, you can take anything and dubify it. So, you know, really just market it. Don't be afraid to take the leap of faith. Trust me, I don't spend a lot of time in the kitchen. I do know how to cook, but I don't spend a lot of time in the kitchen. So to take this project and take it to where it's at this current stage is a really nice sense of accomplishment. So don't be afraid to jump in. Trust me, if I can do this, anybody can do this. And we've also, I'm working on editing a videotape of us actually prepping the meals. Once I get some technical support with that, I will gladly get that out to the managers to share as well. Let me just review my notes here real quick. Again, market it, friends together, feeding your family, nutritional, healthy, cost effective, okay? Do it as a fundraiser. You can massage your numbers to make sure that it's beneficial for everybody that's attending. And my goodness, who wouldn't want to host one of these and have 10 of their friends over and get their $100 bundle absolutely free? So every single resource that's available to you with these numbers, pull out all the stops and make it happen. Or maybe just go do this for yourself real quick and do a walkthrough and see how you feel about it, and then you can make the decision. So everybody, I hope just these basic guidelines and this training has helped you. I am sure that I have forgotten something. It is the first day of the month, and last night was a little crazy with all the end of the month excitement. So take care, everybody. I hope this helps. Go get lots of points, make money, meet you in Maui, and go have fun with the freezer meal classes. Sweet blessings, everybody. Take care.